Today in class we learned that as readers we're very similar to athletes, and when we set a goal it won't just happen automatically. We need to study our work, and we need to take steps, and we need to find strategies that will help us achieve that long-term goal. While athletes get to study videos and they get to have practices, we as readers have a tool called a reading log. So this is the reading log that each of you receives. It's not just a matter of filling out this reading log, it's making sure that we use the reading log and study the reading log in order to find out more about ourselves as readers. So we studied a reading log in class. Here's an example of one that's filled out. We paid attention to the books that were being read, what type of book it was, how many pages are being read, how long we were reading. And what we found out is that in this reading log, we see that this reader has committed to the book Harry Potter, but we noticed the pages were interesting. For 45 minutes at school, this student read 20 pages. The next day, for an hour, or that night for homework at home, they read 20 pages. The next day at school, they read 20 pages, but then at home, in 15 minutes, they only read one page. The next day at school, in 45 minutes, that student only read one page. So they were clearly distracted, or their goals were fizzling out. So we can see that about ourselves as readers. After that, we noticed that this reader abandoned the book and chose a different one, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So this reader wasn't committing to their reading. They abandoned it and they moved on to something else. So at school for 45 minutes, the student only made it through 4 pages. And then at home, for 30 minutes, that same Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, the reader only made it through 3 pages. What we did notice after that is maybe the reader didn't like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and studied their reading log at this point and realized, wow, I did not commit to Harry Potter. I let my reading fizzle, and I wasn't reading to my full potential. So they brought Harry Potter back, and this day during school they read 20 pages in 45 minutes. So we're going to start tracking with our reading logs today, but the most important piece is not just writing down the information, it's studying. Just like Michael Phelps writes down his practices and studies his tapes and studies his kick and has strategies for his breathing, for his stroke, for his swimming, this reading log is our strategy to make reading part of our life. So what does your reading log tell you about yourself? Happy reading!